Hi everyone, it's Julia again. We're gonna work on making a split pea soup right now. This is a very healthy option. My daughter adores this. We're gonna try and do a vegetarian, gluten-free version of it. Usually pea soup, you do put some kind of meat. You could use hot dogs, you could use a little bit of ham. Sometimes I put in a little bit of shredded chicken. But for this purpose and this recipe, it's gonna be 100% vegetarian, vegan. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please do like our channel and subscribe. Thank you. So to start, what we're gonna do is add in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the bottom of the pan. You wanna do maybe 1 to 2 teaspoons. You don't want too much, otherwise it's gonna be too heavy. We're gonna warm that up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in 1 full chopped onion and 2 large minced garlic cloves, and we're gonna allow that to fry for about 15 minutes until everything browns, and then I'll show you guys the rest of the ingredients. So what we're gonna do now, the pan and the oil has heated up. We're gonna do, like I said, 1 full onion chopped up, and then 2 large minced garlic cloves. We're also going to add to that half a teaspoon of dried oregano. And we're going to allow that to fry slowly and simmer for about 15 minutes until the onion becomes more translucent. And I have to say, the onion and the garlic smells delicious. And we're going to come back to this. In the meantime, while your onions and the garlic are cooking, what we need to do is chop up 2 cups of carrots. So it's been 15 minutes. The onion and the garlic with the oregano, it browned. It's translucent exactly the way we want it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add to it 2 cups of chopped carrots. I had a mix of yellow and orange carrots. You can do just plain. That's up to you. So the 2 cups of that. Then we're going to do 2 cups of potatoes, also finely chopped. This is about the size of it. I'm going to add that in. Okay, mix that up. So now we have here the onion, potato with the carrots. We're going to add in 1 bay leaf. Just throw it in there. We're going to also add a teaspoon of salt. Just drop that in. And also a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I'm going to actually put in a little bit less because otherwise it's too spicy for my daughter, but again, everybody does it to taste. If you need to add, you can later on add in more. Then mix that up again. Now we're going to add in a pound of peas. I'm using the Goya yellow split pea. You could also use the green split peas. That's up to you. I'm going to open this up and just pour it in. Just like that. Mix it up. And then in addition to this, what we need to do is add in the liquid. So what we're gonna do is use 8 cups of vegetable broth. So I have this organic vegetable broth, and we're gonna add that in. So now going in is gonna be 8 cups of the vegetable broth. So it seems like the full 8 cups would be about, if this is 32 fluid ounces, this is 1/4 of vegetable broth. You might need 1.5 of these. Now that we added everything in, we're gonna stir it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it starts to boil, we're gonna lower the heat a little bit and let it simmer for about 45 to 55 minutes so that we allow the peas to soften. Now, as we're gonna let it simmer, we wanna make sure there's gonna be bubbles going on top of it. Otherwise, the heat is not gonna be high enough to soften the peas, and it's gonna take longer to cook the whole thing. So we're gonna let this go, and we're gonna watch until it starts to boil. So right now the soup is boiling, and at this point we're gonna lower the heat. You wanna make sure you still have some bubbles left like we said, so that the peas continue to cook. And it's gonna cook at this rate for about 45 to 55 minutes. We're gonna try it and see. This is the perfect simmer that you wanna leave it at. This is what the soup looks like when it's simmering. So you see it has the bubbles. It's not overly strong. It's a medium fire on it, medium heat. And you want to have the little bubbles so that all the peas cook thoroughly. And for the final step of making this soup, we're gonna use a handheld blender, or if you have a standalone blender, you can put the things in there and you just blend it to the consistency.